Well, whatever thoughts I have on Moana 2, aside from this, it at least gave us one certified bop.
Oh, is that right?
Yep, the Bopometer said so. I consulted it. We have a 1.0 on the Bopometer out of 1.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it like on a Richter scale? Is it... Is a 1 just low level, nothing, and then a 10 is like an, oh my god, this bop is so good, we're all gonna die.
No, this is on a scale of 0 to 1 and it goes in decimals.
Okay, understandable.
Like the song We Go Together from Greece, that is 0.65 on the Bopometer, so it's a 65% bop.
I'll take your word on that.
It's weighed down by being from Greece. Anyways, welcome to Under the Bridge, everybody.
Welcome to Under the Bridge.
I'm Cody, aka the Scarlet Troll.
And I am Greg, aka Greg.
And this is our podcast where we talk news of the pop culture variety. Sometimes comic news, sometimes gaming news, pretty much always movie news, and also pretty much always a movie review. So make sure to ring the like button, smash that bell, and share the video around if you're into that sort of thing, because it really helps us out, and we appreciate it.
We appreciate it indeed.
So let's get right into it. We got an update for Marvel Rivals, the game that is launching on December 6th, free to play, with all heroes unlocked.
Wait, all heroes unlocked?
Yeah.
So, why?
Why what?
I was getting ready to make a joke at the game's expense of being an Overwatch clone, but that seems interesting that all the characters are unlocked from the get-go. I'm usually used to working to unlock more characters, if anything.
I mean, it's only a problem if you turn into Overwatch 2. Or
fair.
Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It feels like the game is going for those crowds, so I figured there would be some form of character unlock progression there, but I guess not.
No, I guess I just want everybody there.
Everyone is here.
Yeah, it is in fact no, it's not. I was gonna call it the Smash Ultimate of Marvel gaming, but nah.
I mean, could you imagine how many characters there would have to be in the game for that to be an even remotely true statement?
Ooh, yeah, if you're bringing every character who's ever been in a Marvel game playable, the Lego games alone make that ridiculous.
Yeah, or at the very least, every Marvel character who's been in some kind of significant fight, superhero or not.
Yeah.
Super powered or not. Like, I'm sure there's stories of, like, just regular Joe Schmoes who are important to a superhero, just being like, well, I guess I gotta fight someone now.
Anyways, the final 5 characters who we didn't know about have been revealed.
Mm-hmm.
And they are Wolverine, surprising absolutely nobody.
I'm surprised they didn't reveal that from the get-go.
They really wanted to get your hopes up, but maybe they'll leave Wolverine out this time. Maybe they'll let somebody else get in. Maybe Cyclops will get a chance to do something outside of Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, nope, it's Wolverine.
Nope, why would you think such a silly thing?
I know, right? What's wrong with me? Black Widow's in there.
Which Black Widow?
I'd assume... I almost said Scarlett Johansson, but...
I mean, they could. They could just give her, like, a lot of money.
I assume Natasha Romanoff.
Okay.
Specifically because it doesn't specify Yelena Belova.
Mm-hmm.
Cloak and Dagger, who are apparently one character.
Wait, I thought they were 2 characters.
They're 2 people, but apparently they're one slot.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, especially when Rocket and Groot are separate slots.
Okay, that's weird then.
That's very strange.
Like, I know that when it comes to how their stories are told, Cloak and Dagger are pretty much joined by the hip in everything they do, but that is a strange one from a gameplay perspective.
Yeah. Iron Fist is also playable, so good to see that they haven't decided to take out the entire Netflix show's reception on Danny. I assume it's Danny. Oh, no, wait! It's not Danny Rand! It's Lin Lee! It's the new one!
Oh, okay. I didn't know that there was a new one.
The Netflix damage is irreparable and my day is ruined. They barely done anything with this new Iron Fist anyway. That's why you haven't heard about it.
Oh, okay.
And then, Squirrel Girl.
Really?
Yep.
Is this another tease from Marvel? It's like, we've been hearing people ask about Squirrel Girl, so you can have Squirrel Girl in a video game.
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, it's what you always wanted, right, guys? Right?
I think I missed some roster updates, because I'm looking at this. I don't remember when they put Psylocke in the game. I'm glad she's here. Adam Warlock's also in it, apparently.
I mean, the only one that I still remember off the top of my head, just because of how much interest has been, at least vaguely, been around her, is, and I can't even remember her name, but she's like the K-pop girl.
Oh, Luna Snow, yeah.
Yeah.
Hella's in here, what the hella?
Shut up.
No, I refuse. Oh, and then of course, who could forget the ever iconic Jeff the Land Shark?
Who the hell is Jeff the Land Shark?
He's just a little guy. He's a little shark dog guy thing, and he used to belong to Gwenpool, and then a bunch of other people started looking after him, I think. That's all I really know.
Wait, Gwenpool?
Yeah, just don't make me get into this, alright?
I need to know more about this.
Is it late enough in the video to swear? Probably.
I mean, we're apparently nearly 7 minutes into the recording.
That doesn't mean shit. Anyways, Gwenpool. At one point, Marvel did a bunch of, I think it was Gwen Stacy variant covers of different Marvel characters, like what if she was different people?
Okay.
And one of them was Gwen as Deadpool, and they called her Gwenpool. And apparently, this gained enough traction that they decided to relaunch the character as a completely different concept. So her name is Gwendolyn Poole, and she's actually from the real world, but got drawn into the Marvel Universe.
That's lame.
I'm not a huge fan, I'll admit.
That sounds kinda lame, honestly. Why not just have an alternate Gwen Stacy Deadpool? Just fully own it at that point.
I'll love with you. I feel like that's almost worse, but maybe it's just because I'm sick of let's composite two characters together. Like, what if Miles Morales were Thor and he said, "By Odin's fade"?
Is that a thing that's actually happened?
That has happened.
Really?
That has happened.
Once again, this is why I don't read the comics.
This is why you... No, it's not. I was gonna say this is why you should. That'd be a lie.
Hold on, no, now I have to look this up. Give me a second here. I am texting and podcasting.
If they didn't call him Miles Thoralis, then they have failed.
His outfit looks dumb as hell. There's street stickers on Mjolnir.
Yep.
Oh my god, that looks horrible.
It's not great.
Oh, that's funny. Anyways.
Yeah. No, Marvel Rivals, I might actually try to play this, especially since there's a PS5 in my house, so...
Oh, okay. No, it's a free-to-play game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Gotta do something while I wait for the streaming setup to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So, that James Gunn interview where he talked about what elements of Peacemaker Season 1 weren't canon. Apparently there was more to it than that. One of which is that Alan Tudyk is going to be voicing Will Magnus in, I believe, Creature Commandos.
Which one is Will Magnus again?
He is the creator of the Metal Men. They're a bunch of robots who are based off of elements in the periodic table, and they all have weird, personalities based around the public perception of those elements, like gold is the leader, lead is the big dumb one, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay, so I was to say, no relations to G.I. Robot, then.
Not as far as I know, but I guess he could. I guess he technically could. It's also interesting, apparently it was confirmed before that Alan Tudyk will also be voicing Clayface.
Oh, so we're pulling double duty then.
Yeah, and reprising his role from Harley Quinn. Hopefully not with the same cadence. Don't get me wrong, I like his Clayface, but I don't want the same thing.
No theater major Clayface.
Nah, not really. That's also interesting because James Gunn also had to clarify as a result of this, because he previously pointed out that they're trying to get people to play a character across all mediums. But he also specified that it sounds like for characters that they don't have major plans for at this time, they're not casting the net as wide, and there's some wiggle room.
Okay.
So it's possible if Clayface ascends to a bigger role, he is going to not be Alan Tudyk.
Okay, alrighty.
It's Lady Gaga! Actually, you know what? Get Lady Gaga for Clayface, why not?
I mean, definitely better than her time in Joker.
A lot of things are.
And we're gonna build a mountain. What the fuck does that even mean?
We're gonna build a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. People keep trying to get James Gunn to reveal when the Superman trailer's coming out, and I respect it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of the questions was, Superman trailer this month or next month? And his response was, ha, good one.
Duh. Now I feel like that's basically a thing saying it's a good ways away, if anything.
I mean, it could also just be he doesn't want to give it away. But it could also mean that.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm vaguely familiar with the Metal Men, and I'm vaguely familiar with Magnus, although, funny enough, at first I thought he was Dr. T.O. Morrow.
Dr. T.O. Morrow?
T.O. Morrow. Get it?
Oh, Oh boy, dad jokes as aliases.
I'm pretty sure that's the guy who made Red Tornado instead, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So some interesting updates. I put them on the list because I like Alan Tudyk and because I wanted an excuse to shout, "It's Lady Gaga!" And now I've done it twice, so...
Fair and valid. I really need to get back into watching the Harley Quinn show.
Same. I still have to catch up. I haven't finished season 3 and then watched season 4.
I've only watched the first couple seasons, I think. I don't think I've watched anything beyond that. At least not significantly. I've only seen clips of some of the later episodes, and that was about it.
But I thought of this great +1 line, and then I'm not going to not puppeteer his face? Oh, hey Harley. I was just reading Infinite Jest. Are you familiar with it? Spine looks pretty intact. I have a digital copy, too.
Fair.
Anyways, you remember how we were talking about those 4 Beatles movies that are all supposed to come out next year?
And how absolutely insane and mildly narcissistic that sounds?
Yeah, I think they were supposed to come out next year. I don't remember.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to say because apparently they're still working on casting, so I kind of assume actually it's not next year.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could do it, but not a great idea.
Fair. I don't know. It's still a thing of... I feel like cranking out 4 movies about the Beatles in the span of 12 months is not going to go well. Because either the later movies are going to suffer from quality in more significant areas, or people are just going to be like, oh my god, another one? And unlike Marvel movies, there will not be enough staying power to get people to drudge into the theater to see it anyway.
Oh, wait, it was 2027. They're all coming out in 2027.
Okay, my point still stands.
No, you know what? I think it's a smarter idea to release them all very close together instead of... Because you're not going to drum up momentum. If you make the John Lennon one, then by the time the Ringo Starr one comes out, people will have forgotten if you make it 2 years apart.
Fair.
So the smartest thing to do is make them all at once and release them, probably. Anyways, the reason I bring this back up is that there have been rumors abound that Barry Keoghan is going to be playing Ringo Starr, and Ringo Starr may have confirmed it.
What, Ringo Starr accidentally spoiled his own casting?
Yeah, he was talking Entertainment Tonight and was asked about it, and he said, pardon my terrible Liverpudlian accent? Lilliputian accent. God. Liverpoolian?
Lilliputian?
Yeah, that's different. That's a thing from Gulliver's Travels.
Oh, okay.
Adjective for from Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
Liverpudlian? Liverpudlian.
Well, I tried to type it into Google and I got Lilliputian, which I'm pretty sure is not correct.
That's a different thing entirely.
I'm pretty sure I'm not even saying that correctly.
You're also not saying that one right. Anyways, pardon the bad accent that's incoming. His response was, I think it's great. I believe he's somewhere taking drum lessons and I hope not too many.
Oh my god.
I apologize. I told you it was going to be bad.
No, not you, Ringo Starr. It's like, bruh.
That's great, Ringo. I'm going to put it right here, right on the refrigerator. This is just turning into doing references. God. Can you tell we're tired?
We are very tired.
Oh, man. Just think, I still got to go on about Moana 2. That's going to be fun.
Ooh. I'm dying.
Maybe don't die. Otherwise, I'll have nobody to bitch about Moana 2 with. Oh.
That was not a very well-timed cough on my part.
No, actually, I think that was the best timed cough in the history of this podcast. That was pretty good.
God, it reminds me of the Ace Attorney blooper with the woman who plays Dahlia in the English dub. And she's trying to, deliver one of her lines, and she just, starts coughing out of nowhere. In the middle of cough, you just hear her go, sorry, I do drugs, and then continue coughing.
Wait, they got all the way to Dahlia?
Apparently.
Dahlia Hawthorne?
Now, for reference, I have not seen all the show, and I've certainly not played all of the games, but they have, I guess, her whole thing in the anime. And it is a thing if when I get around to watch it, I have a hard time believing I'll be able to take it seriously at all.
Wow, I didn't think they'd get that far. That's nutty.
Is that really far in the games as a whole?
Well, it's in the third game, and also it's pretty heavy.
Well, I know that the Ace Attorney anime went on for pretty long.
Oh!
How many episodes did this get again?
Welcome down to the bridge where we start off talking about the Beatles and then transition into the Ace Attorney anime.
Yeah! It got 47 episodes.
Holy, that's a lot, okay.
Yeah, over the course of, I could only assume 3 seasons? No, 2 seasons. So each season was 24 episodes.
Boy, remember back when that was the norm?
Yeah, that's like Full Metal Alchemist. Almost to the same level as Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Huh. Anyways, I got one more item left in news.
Mm-hmm.
So, I haven't been big into collecting these popcorn buckets because I don't eat a lot of popcorn. And also because I imagine it's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Not sponsored by Pringles, by the way.
I was gonna say, are you secretly getting paid under the table, Cody, and you didn't tell me about it? Did they tell you, it's like, hey, all you have to do is like this NASCAR-ass style advertisement pop, and you get money?
Greg, I'm insulted you would think I would accept money from Pringles. I mean, I would, but... I'm insulted that you got such a good grasp of me.
Oh my goodness.
Right, popcorn buckets, that's where I was going with this.
Yes, popcorn buckets.
So I haven't gotten any. Even the provocative Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket has not caught my interest enough to decide to get it.
This man didn't even buy the Deadpool and Wolverine chimichanga at our movie theater.
I did not. And part of why is because a lot of the good ones have been at AMC, like the Wolverine one.
Right.
However, Regal is rolling out the NOSFERATU popcorn sarcophagus.
I'm sorry, what?
Let me send you a picture real quick.
Okay.
I need it.
Oh, as much as I hate to say it, that's actually pretty sick.
I need it. Apparently it goes on...
Does this thing that it's sitting on, like, those...
I don't think it does. I think that's just part of the photography.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, no, but here's an image of it without all the special lighting effects and what have you, and it still looks pretty sick.
That's much cooler than it has any right to be. How much is that?
I think it's going to be $30.99 if you get a large popcorn with it, but $25.99 without it.
I mean, I imagine that you would just buy it for the bucket. You probably don't care about the popcorn.
No, but I'll get popcorn with it. Look, this is going to be on sale starting December 18th. You know what that means? That means I can watch Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and watch Maria Robotnik get fucking shot while eating popcorn out of a goddamn sarcophagus.
It'll be her sarcophagus.
You think I'm going to pass that up? It's like you don't even know me.
Oh my god.
You pegged me on the Pringles thing, so... If you misjudge me so rapidly after judging me completely accurately, I'm hurt.
See, now, the thing is that considering that I collect video games and vinyl records, I don't have the right to call that silly and obtuse.
No, I need this. This looks like some really sick swag.
It looks really cool, genuinely. Like, podcast listener, if you can look at this at some point,
I'm putting it on the thumbnail. It's going on the thumbnail. Put it in the montage.
Right.
No, I love it. It looks so good.
Yeah, no.
I wonder if you can, get those refilled.
Here's your refillable 2025 sarcophagus.
Yeah, instead of a cup, you just bring the NOSFERATU sarcophagus.
I mean, to be honest, for me, I probably wouldn't even use it for popcorn. I would be more than likely to use it for storage of some kind.
Oh my god, what if I used it as a cookie jar?
Oh, that would be great.
Ooh. I'm getting all kinds of dangerous ideas now.
I mean, I feel like I would just use it for miscellaneous tools and shit, but yeah, cookie jar works a lot better.
Oh. Anyways, this has been a short news section, but I'm sticking with it. Trailer time?
Trailer time.
It's trailer time again. We've got movie previews to watch. It's trailer time again. This is also a short trailer time. We have two things.
One of which isn't really a trailer.
One of which isn't even really a trailer, because Sony released the first 8 minutes of Kraven the Hunter, and despite my better judgment, I sat down and I watched it.
Okay, no, you at least thought to yourself about watching it. I saw that, I was just like, yeah, there's no way I can't watch this.
Oh, I grappled internally. I wasn't going to bring it up until you brought it up, and then I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, No, I thought you were going to be like, no, I'm not going to watch it because I don't want it to, like, sour the idea of the movie, even though I know you already don't have high opinions of the movie to begin with.
You know the even worst part? This doesn't look that bad.
No, but my question is, did the writers and all that have the wherewithal to keep the tone and all that of this movie going for the rest of the movie and not just these first 8 minutes?
I respect the fact that it starts with him already having his powers, so you don't have to have the Venom, Morbius, Madam Web problem of meandering through a bunch of bullshit just to get to the part you actually want to see. Except I'm sure that happens immediately after these 8 minutes end, and then they throw you into the fucking, yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I Kravened here. The action's pretty good, pretty decent atmosphere. If not for the fact that he's hunting down bad people, I might actually like this.
Well, yeah, because he's an anti-hero in the comics, right?
No, he is fucking not!
Oh, he's not.
He's a straight-up villain! He hunts people for sport!
Okay, then that's weird for this movie, then.
He's Greg, I have been on this for years! Literal years at this point! Kraven is a goddamn poacher! He is the comics equivalent of the guy who shot Cecil the Lion! That limp dick fucking big game hunter quote-unquote dentist! Kraven is just that guy, but he exists in the Marvel Universe, so he's a slightly bigger deal because Spider-Man hasn't punched his fucking jaw off yet.
So Kraven is Spider-Man's Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, I think he fought Black Panther once.
Oh, I can only imagine how that went over.
I don't remember, but I feel like not well.
Not
or maybe
well for
it went
Kraven.
better than I thought. I'll have to look into that at some point.
I will say the thing that surprised me most about this was the way that they do the name drop is not as stupid as I expected, honestly.
Nah.
Yeah. It was when he goes, it's like, Kraven, and like the deep Russian accent, it's like, and then the bad guy goes, Kraven? It's like, alright, that could have been so much worse. That could have been so much worse, and it wasn't. So, you know what? Well done.
Yeah, this might end up being the best opening out of all of these.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did Madam Web open with the Peruvian spider people? I forget.
Yes. Because I distinctly remember when the Peruvian spider people show up, you immediately lost your shit laughing.
Fucking God.
Damn.
The fact that they relegated it so now Spider-Man is doing a cultural appropriation / using the same basic costume as a mass fucking murderer. Well, okay, no, he didn't mass murder anybody, but, still a threat and a menace.
Right.
Oh, God. So, okay, I guess Kraven will have to settle for second best intro, but... Wait, how did Morbius... I don't care.
Yeah, we don't care about Morbius on this show.
I don't fucking care.
You think we give a fuck about Morbius?
I do need to replace the Morbin Time shirt. So I care a little bit.
Yes. I mean, for what it's worth, I might have found a suitable alternative that I'm not going to tell you about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Madam in Time?
No. Well, you know what, Cody? If what I first thought of doesn't work, you just gave me an idea for an alternative.
It's Madam in Time and it's just her wearing the giant-ass fucking sunglasses.
Holding a bucket of orange chicken with just a little blurb off the side that says, "How did you know?"
No, a box of orange chicken in one hand and a giant-ass fucking early 2000s Pepsi can in the other.
Oh my god.
Greg, in less than 2 weeks, this'll be over. I never have to think about Kraven again. Then again,
Yeah.
I thought the same thing about Morbius, and here I am semi-frequently referring back to Morbius.
I'm proud that I got you that shirt, too.
That was a good shirt! That was a really fucking good shirt, and I thank you for it.
Yes.
You know me so well. Like the Pringles money.
Yeah!
Maybe that's why Sony keeps doing these. Once you pop, you can't stop. Again, not sponsored by Pringles.
Oh,
Would
Jesus
never.
Christ.
Unless they really wanted to pay me. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the actual trailer we got that I felt like talking about was for Jitters, which is an indie horror movie about a killer clown from a video game, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the premise.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It's kind of weird to me because it's got a little bit of a weird B-movie vibe, but I don't think it's a B movie, if that makes sense.
Well, no, but it is independently funded, so that'd explain it. It doesn't have, like, studio budget behind it.
Ah, gotcha.
Hell, the Indiegogo is still going for it. You know what? Maybe I'll link it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I think maybe I'll link it. There's still a few days left in it. Only reason I haven't yet is because I haven't gotten paid yet. Once that happens, I'll probably kick in.
Right.
Because I like horror, and I don't like clowns, which averages out to I like horror clowns.
I don't know if I agree with that thought process.
And yet, Killer Clowns from Outer Space has quickly turned into one of my favorite B-movies of all time. So there we go.
Okay.
It's got a kick-ass theme song, too. Anyways, back to jitters. I see what you mean, though, because there's a couple of dialogue sections that seem a little bit rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right at the start of, I know you're no stranger to bad things happening. Bad things. Okay, that's... You could have gone a little more descriptive, I guess.
Right.
But I do like the clown design.
The clown design looks cool and genuinely horrifying. So, that was nice.
I wonder if it's like Ring, like you play the game and then 7 days later he crawls out of your PS5 and kills you. What am I saying? It'd be a Google Stadia.
Oh, yeah. Dead thing coming out of a dead system.
Yeah, you dig up your Google Stadia and you plug it in and he just crawls out of it and kills you.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Since this is still being funded, I assume it might not have a release date yet. Okay, actually, you know what? If I can go back to Kraven real quick, you know what my favorite thing in that whole fucking thing is?
Oh, boy.
It's at the very end, once the whole clip is done, and then the fucking narrator just goes, Kraven the Hunter. And then there's a fucking pause. There's an extended pause. Exclusively in theaters, December 13th. Oh, now you tell me, huh? I thought you just ended on it. You were told to do an improv skit or something when the prompt was Kraven the Hunter, and then you just went through that whole thing, and then Kraven.
Coming to theaters.
Anyway, sorry. I shouldn't steal Jitter Thunder like that, but I just remember that existed, and it broke me a little bit.
When that happened, I was just like, these executives, I do feel like at this point they don't completely know what they're up to.
Oh yeah, huh? 5. This is what, the 6th of these fucking things. You just now think they might not know what they're doing.
I mean, it's just a hunch. It's just a gut feeling. It's just my men's intuition.
Put some money on that. I think you're really onto something. I'm sure the odds are still really good because I'm sure everybody thinks that Sony still knows what they're doing.
Right.
Oh man. I might not even bother segmenting this trailer time. I might just call it trailer time.
Fair.
If you're trying to look ahead in the timestamps to see what it is, prepare to be surprised. Let's go to box office.
Alrighty.
Did I see the highest grossing? Yes, I did. It was Moana 2.
Well, of course you did. I mean, I would be amazed if it wasn't.
I will be honest. I am surprised.
Oh, really?
Because this is the best opening weekend for a Walt Disney animation film.
Really?
It's the best opening weekend for a Thanksgiving weekend release.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And it's already doing gangbusters even compared to the first film's entire domestic run.
Really? How much money is it making?
Well, the domestic run of the first movie made $248.7 million.
Okay.
Domestically, Moana 2 has already made $139.8 just from this weekend.
Really?
And it's sitting at $389.3 million worldwide against a $150 million budget, roughly, so it's already making money.
That's insane.
And it's so bizarre to me, because as recent... Well, okay, I can't judge too harshly because I didn't see the last couple of Disney releases, but this is not very good.
Oh, really?
No. And I mean, I'm biased. Because...
Right. The Rock is in it.
Well, yes, because The Rock is in it. But also, more specifically, because A, the first movie was really, really good. And this is nowhere near it.
Yeah, the first movie was phenomenal.
And that's probably because I also have an idea of how the sausage is made, so I know this was supposed to be a TV show originally, and boy does it fucking feel like it!
Didn't it come out that they were making a Moana miniseries?
Yeah, they advertised it as a series, and then in February they just turned around and went, "Nope, we're doing a movie instead." Oh, that's not troubling. I'm sure you haven't left a bunch of stuff on the cutting room floor. I'm sure I can't pick out entire segments where a whole fucking episode of the show got cut. I can! It feels like the middle of this movie was directed by somebody else entirely, because it probably was!
Pacing is not this movie's strong suit, is what I'm hearing.
A lot of things aren't this movie's strong suit. And I don't hate it. Well, okay, I don't...
Oh, I don't hate it. Ooh, actually, no, I just lied.
I don't hate the movie. I hate what it represents. And I don't mean cultural representation. I mean in terms of cynical fucking studios taking a project and dicing it up so they can turn it around and get a better profit margin on it.
Okay.
And I hate that it's working even more.
Yeah, especially when you said this is the best opening of a Walt Disney movie. I can't imagine ever.
Ever.
Really?
Ever.
Against, 60 years of other movies?
It beat Frozen 2.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't think I like the sound of that.
No. And on the one hand, I'm glad, because theaters need the boost. Whatever gets people's butts in seats, okay, cool. But guys, there's a lot of better movies that came out this year. Where were y'all?
But how many of them were approachable family movies?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, actually, were there a lot of kids in your theater?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
So the answer's probably no, then.
No, I think there were some. There were definitely some. It was a crowded movie theater, too.
Okay.
We had to get row C.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, it was, yeah. So, the premise of this movie, before I keep dunking on Moana 2...
Or more accurately, what Moana 2 represents.
Yeah, more accurately, what Moana 2 represents.
Now he's gonna dunk on Moana 2.
It's been 3 years since the first one.
3 years! Sorry.
Moana has been sailing around the ocean, going to other islands, looking for other people, and, like Arlo Guthrie trying to find somewhere else to put the garbage, she hasn't found any.
I'm sailing around the world.
No, Greg, this is the point where you say you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Anyways.
I know I'm not helping in general right now.
Nah, but it's great. So she's being appointed Tao Tai, which I believe is an official navigator wayfinder position. It's of great significance. They haven't had one for generations, functionally.
Okay.
And then she gets a vision where it turns out that the reason that they haven't found anybody else in the ocean is because this storm god Nalo has basically cursed the oceans and sunk this island called NOSFERATU. And as a result, I don't know, it's kind of nebulous, but it's like, yeah, our civilization's gonna eventually die out if we don't reunite with everybody else, and that requires finding this legendary island.
I don't remember a lot of the first movie, but I feel like this is the kind of stuff that would come up during the first movie.
Nah, because the first time it was all about just don't go in the ocean, don't boat. So now it's like, okay, why
Boating
isn't there
sucks.
anybody else? So I don't have a problem with that. She then proceeds to gather a crew full of side characters who probably would have gotten more time to develop if this had actually been a series like they originally intended and not a theatrical release. But instead are all just there so she has somebody else to bounce off of so Maui can be out of the action for a good chunk of the time because presumably
Wait,
he
really?
also would have been doing other stuff if this had been a fucking series.
Maui's not in this a lot?
He's in it a lot more in the back half.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I'm dunking on this too much. The animation is still really good. It's still very pretty. It's clearly being made with care and respect towards the culture that it's representing, and I like that.
Right.
The songs are still pretty good, even if... okay, so...
I like how this is like the second or third time where you're just, oh, that's not that. Wait, no, actually, hold up.
Because, like, the songs are all good, but a lot of them you can feel where they're trying to do something over again. Like, Maui does get a number end of second act of the movie, and you can feel where it's like, okay, they wanted this to be the new You're Welcome, but it's nowhere near as good.
Right.
The best song in the movie is the least fitting one.
Oh, is that right?
Because, a lot of the music in this is more, what's the word I'm looking for? Atmospheric? Not atmospheric, but it's...
Ambient?
No, not ambient. Okay. All the music in Moana 1, for the most part, I mean, I guess You're Welcome is also a little jazzier and a little bigger and bolder, but a lot of the music all feels like it's very authentic. That's the word.
Okay.
It fits the setting,
Okay.
But my favorite song in this whole thing is a fucking disco pop soul kind of thing that has no business being in here, sung by a character who could have been completely cut out entirely because their only purpose was to fill out the middle of the series and set up for whatever they were gonna do next. But whoop! Now it's a movie! Do we cut this character? Nah!
Even though it would probably be good for the overall pacing if we did.
Yeah, it would. Probably. I don't know. I don't know what was in the middle of this show. I don't know what else they cut. I just know they cut something.
There's someone at Disney's probably like, don't stop calling it a show. It's clearly was supposed to be a show.
Yeah, I'll keep calling it what I want. Release the whole show, you want me to stop.
Right.
Or pay me.
I could see it being a thing where they release the other episodes as like some kind of weird anthology series.
Or pay me.
Or pay him.
Wait, I'm sorry. Pay us.
Yes. Well, I mean, it would be more pay you since you actually went to see the not a show movie.
Pay me so I can pay him.
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus. I mean, the side characters are all pretty good. Just not as well developed as would have been nice.
I mean, cutting room floor and all.
Yeah. You got Loto, who's the architect, sort of. She's a shipbuilder who Moana brings because she figures she's gonna need repairs on the ship while it's being done. And all she does is just constantly fuck with shit. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
You got Kele, who's the farmer who doesn't want to be there. He's afraid of the ocean.
I'm sorry, what?
He doesn't know how to swim, so he doesn't like the ocean, but...
What, the entire culture's thing is about being with the ocean and befriending the ocean.
No,
How the fuck?
No. They spent generations not fucking with the ocean, remember?
Oh, that's right.
I'll give the movie a lot of shit, but credit where it's due, that makes sense.
Alright, fair.
Especially because he's old.
Okay, if he's old too, and it's like, alright, then he's been around for all the reasons why their culture does not mess with the ocean. Alright, that makes more sense. I will rescind my criticisms.
Yeah. And you got Moni, who is a huge Maui fan to the point of making tapestries that are functionally fan fiction of them hanging out.
Oh no, he makes Maui fan art. Burn him at the stake.
He straight up calls it fan fiction at one point, too.
Ooh.
That's the other one. There's points in this movie where you really feel them, like, going for the more modern humor, and I already didn't like that when the first Moana did it. Like, when The Rock made the tweeting joke, hated it.
Kids of, like, younger parents were like, Mommy, Daddy, what's fan fiction? At which point the parents start sweating bullets. It's like, that's the new age equivalent of, like, finding your dad's Playboy magazines.
Okay, you know what? I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I'm gonna say it anyway. My old friend, my least favorite, the fucking screaming goat meme is back.
Really?
This was out of date when Love and Thunder did it 2 fucking years ago!
Yeah, but it was a little bit funnier.
At least they only did it once here. I'll give them that. But still, come on, guys!
Right.
Fuck! And yeah, then at the end it all... God, I really jumped all around, but so is this movie.
How long is the movie?
Hour 40.
Oh boy.
And you probably could have cut 30.
Oh wow.
Well, okay, I say you could have cut 30, but really, you probably should have added 20.
All the other things that end up on the cutting room floor, basically.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then at the end, they have the gall to do a post-credits where they build up to something else, and it's like, oh, this is where you were gonna tease a season 2, isn't it? But instead, I guess just look forward to Moana 3!
Either that or Disney comes on and goes, alright guys, there's gonna be a Moana miniseries. No, for real this time.
I don't fucking believe you!
Yeah!
It really is frustrating, because I'm obviously taking a lot of dunks on this movie, but I genuinely even for the fact that I was frowning for most of the second act, because I was trying to reconcile the tonal shift. I was like, oh, no, I don't think I like this.
This is the opposite of Free Guy.
Oh, there's a fucking, like, disco soul number in this. Oh, I don't think I like that, but it's kind of a bop? This is the certified bop. This is what the Bopometer called a 1.0.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a bit really early on where I'm like, oh, that's a TV show moment.
Oh, like, just the way it's cut, or?
No, just what they did.
Do
you want me to do a spoiler section, or should I just, like, not even bother?
I will leave that to you, because on one hand, I kind of don't care. On the other hand, I do a little bit, just because, if anything, my desire to see this movie is not based around what happens in the movie, but to see how much of it are moments of, this is clearly a fucking TV show.
Okay, you know what? I think I am going to do a spoiler section then. So, should you see Moana 2? Huh. Okay.
Not in theaters. What?
Okay. You know what? No, you're right. Watch it on Disney Plus, where it was originally supposed to go.
Where it is probably going to go in very short notice.
No, it's going to... Greg, it's making money. They're going to keep it in theaters forever.
Oh, you're so right.
At the very least, it's sticking around until Mufasa.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Okay, you know what? I almost forgot. I'll give them props. Moana has a little sister now. She's a toddler. She's adorable.
Just a little bit of we saw in the little sister in the trailer made me think of my niece. Because she kind of acts like my niece.
She made me think of my niece, too! And I should be mad because this is a clear case of emotional manipulation. But, I mean... To some extent, that's what all movies are. They are all designed to make you feel a specific way, and they will use every cheap trick in the book to get you there. But
yeah, as I was to say, it's like, oh, wait, so we're doing an evolved version of the cute baby to garner an emotional response, aka cheating.
Yeah, but it's a little more authentic and sincere than that, because it also informs some of Moana's conflict over the course of this movie, where she actually doesn't want to necessarily go out super far because she doesn't want to be too far away from her family. So, you know what? I'll give it that. It's more authentic than that. And also, Samia is adorable, and she's precocious, and she's just a little ball of funny energy. It's great.
So you did not feel the need to slap yourself in the face when seeing her on screen?
No, I did not.
Alright, good.
So, I would say... No, probably you don't need to see this in theaters, but, I mean, based on the box office returns, you probably already have, so I'm sorry. No refunds.
Right. No refunds.
And, if you don't want to get spoiled on Moana 2, make sure to click away in 3, 2, 1. It's really coming across like I hate this fucking movie, and I genuinely... I don't hate it, I just hate...
what it represents.
We're back to direct-to-video Disney sequels, except now they're getting into theaters.
Now, we're taking your direct-to-video movies and putting them in the theaters.
God, if I ever had to sit through Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 in theaters, I don't know I would have had it in me to go on living.
I don't think I ever watched that movie.
There's a vampire in this movie!
In Moana?
There's a vampire in this fucking movie!
Is it voiced by Nicolas Cage?
No!
Oh, then I hate it.
No, she's the one who sings the disco soul pop number, and her name's Matangi, and she's working for Nalo, but reluctantly, I guess, and she helps betray him by helping Moana get a leg up on getting to this legendary island, and she just doesn't need to be in this movie. She barely does anything. She just sings this number about how you need to get lost to find where you're going, and I guess she kind of flirts with Maui, but it's...
Oh boy.
She doesn't need to be here. I don't fucking understand why they kept this. Oh, I know why. Probably because her song is the biggest bop in the movie, so they realized it was stupid to cut it, even though the character doesn't serve any major narrative purpose, except to serve as sequel bait. Fuck!
Hey, man. I don't know.
I really don't hate this movie, I swear.
He doesn't hate the movie, but there are things that piss him off.
There are things that piss me off like you would not believe, and it's only because the first one set a high fucking bar. So if you're gonna do a series, and you're gonna then take that series Whatever kind of follow-up you do, I would expect to be done with the same level of quality as the first one. And when you're kneecapping it by taking something that was designed to be longer form storytelling and cramming it into an hour and 40 minutes, that I fucking hate. That makes me mad. Damn it.
So her whole thing of you have to get lost to find your way. It's like, all right, so I see she went to the Thierry Sabine School of Thought there, which for the uninitiated is a French racing which for the uninitiated was a French rally driver who ended up creating the Paris-Dakar rally event after taking part in a different rally race and getting lost. Was in a race, he got lost, and while he was lost, like, this place is honestly pretty cool. We should have a race through here.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let's see, we actually get some redeeming backstory for the little coconut guys from the first one.
Okay.
It turns out they've just been sailing around trying to find their home because their home island was lost.
Oh.
Yeah. And one of them actually ends up joining the rest of the team for like the back half of the movie. So that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah, the little coconut buddy. I like him.
Very good.
Fuck, all I got in my head now is the vampire. God damn it. Okay, so obviously when the grandma passes away in the first Moana, it's a sad thing. And when she shows up at the end, it's an encouraging, inspiring thing. She just shows up at the beginning of this one, right when Moana gets the quest and she's still doubting herself, just to give her a little pep talk. It's like, oh, you can just do this whatever, huh?
It's like, this would have been useful a lot of times ago.
Pardon me, I just kind of assumed they'd, save this kind of thing for big emotional gravitas moments, not to... It's so they can do a bookends where she shows up at the start and then she shows up again at the end, because, they find where the island is, but it's been sunk, and the idea is to have Maui pull it up so they can set foot on it.
Okay.
And Nalo's sending this giant fucking storm at them, and they're windsurfing around it and shit. It's all very intense.
Alrighty.
And then as Maui's about to pull the island up, he gets hit with a lightning bolt that zaps the tattoos right off him. Just loses all of his demigod powers, I guess.
Oh, so he does not become the mighty Thor.
No. He just gets zapped and he falls in the water. And Moana realizes, oh wait, the island is still down there. So she goes swimming after it to try to put a hand on it. And she does, but first Nalo hits her with a lightning bolt to end all lightning bolts and she fucking dies?
Wait, really?
Except that she doesn't, because Maui ends up...
Oh, man, I was hoping there'd be stakes in a Disney Pixar kids movie.
I know, right? I mean, I wasn't expecting her to stay dead, but also not only does she not stay dead, her ancestors revive her as a demigod with her own powers.
Really?
And she's got a magic ore.
She's got a magic ore?
Yeah.
Okay.
They wanted to give her a magic rock called the Ether, but, I mean, that didn't work out because Thor, so it was Ether ore.
Alright.
It was Ether ore. And they went with the ore.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not apologizing because nobody else in this movie is. I don't hate it, I swear. It's just frustrating.
Now, I will say for people listening, it's like, I can tell by the way he's talking about it, he genuinely doesn't hate this movie.
Trust me, if I hated this movie, I would not be shy telling you about it.
Yeah.
But no, they just bookended it so the grandma could be there at the start and then at the end when Moana gets revived with her demigod powers now. Also, Maui gets his back. All it took was him getting handed his hook back, and all of a sudden, boom, back to normal.
Oh, okay, cool. Very good,
I would have liked at least a little bit of stakes.
Once again, high stakes in this Disney Pixar kids animated movie? Perish the thought.
I'd settle for a Chuck round at this point, just a little bit of steak.
Medium or well done?
I'm not a heathen, Greg! Medium at worst. God, well done as a steak. Are you fucking high?
Yeah.
I'm glad we're friends and I value your presence in my life. And I apologize for being that vitriolic.
I mean, medium is where it's at anyway.
Fuck, what?
Or, well, I don't know. Because if it's well done, it's just dry.
If it's well done, don't even get a steak, get a fucking hamburger. That's not the point of this whole thing. I'm supposed to be talking about Moana too.
Instead, we're getting into meat fights. That was not a good choice of words on my part. Oh, Jesus.
Because, I mean, that could have been an interesting reversal of stakes. Maui lives, but now he's not a demigod anymore, and now his best friend is, and now he's not the one with the power anymore. That would be interesting to do in a follow-up, except nope, now they're both demigods.
Yep, now they're both overpowered as hell.
Yep. Apparently the portal of the gods is inside a giant clam.
Does it lead to Bikini Bottom?
No, it leads to closer to the island of, NOSFERATU, so...
Oh, okay.
NOSFERATU, that's it. Montu's the fucking Busch Gardens coaster. But... Oh yeah, so they go into this cursed ocean, and then their ship gets derailed, and they end up on this little outcropping island that's not too dissimilar to the one where Moana and Maui first met, only now Maui's doing a song to give Moana an actual genuine pep talk instead of just braggadocious about how awesome he is, and...
It does not come off.
By the time they're done, the boat's already been repaired, and the crew has already gotten over their whatever issues and decided to work together, because this is one of those things where they cut a whole episode out that probably would have been dedicated to them learning to work together and finding out more about each other, because who fucking cares? All that matters is we got characters to push toys.
Right.
Fuck, that's frustrating.
Who do you think is going to be a toy? I mean, besides the animals, of course.
They're all gonna get fucking figures. I'll guarantee it. And also, okay, you know how Tefiti in the first one, the main goddess, how she wasn't exactly, she was humanoid, but she was also an elemental embodiment, right?
Yeah.
Like, she was just, like, nature and verdant greenery and shit in the shape of a human.
Right, yeah.
You never see Nalo for most of the movie. You see, like, maybe some storm clouds representing him, and you think he's gonna be this awesome primal force of nature. Instead, he's just a guy with glowing purple tattoos when you see him at the very end.
Oh, okay.
Really disappointing. Tamatoa shows back up in the post-credits, too.
Again, I'm helping with the sequel bait, I take it?
Yeah, no. I mean, he kind of proposes a team up, but mostly he's just there to be like, hey, you remember Shiny from the first one? Well, I don't have a shiny shell anymore, but I'm working on this new song called Funky Crab Legs, and it's like, oh, just shut the fuck up, would you? Jesus Christ, that's that direct-to-video Disney love I've missed.
Once again, take your direct-to-video movie and put it direct in theaters.
We really are going backwards in a lot of ways, huh?
Oh, yes. I had to stop myself from making a joke.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's a joke that I request for you to get cut from this show.
Just wait till 2025! Anyway.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
So, this might be a shorter episode, because I think that's just about it. Like...
Alrighty.
I mean, I'd probably have to rewatch this to get a more solid take once the pure disappointment of this was clearly a diced-up TV... God! I thought they were gonna pull it off, you know? I had some concerns, but I genuinely thought they'd at least be able to make it feel like a movie.
Right.
And it doesn't. Or at least, not the kind of movie they make anymore.
Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas no more.
It's like Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, but with an identity crisis. Because at least that one knew it was just a pilot movie.
Right.
This one was like, oh boy, I can't wait to be my own TV show, and then fucking Iger kicks in the door. Good news, son, you're going to film school.
But it's like, but Mr. Iger, I'm scared. Then perish. But not before you make us $300 million in counting.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, I think I've ranted enough about this.
Alright, so thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for bearing with that. Boy, I really need to get mad at kids' movies more often.
Now, that is a sentence.
They making another Romeo and Juliet?
Oh, God.
Hold on a sec, I gotta check.
It
only got the one sequel, right? It only ever got, I think it was just the first one, and then Sherlock Gnomes. Not for lack of trying, though. They were workshopping all kinds of titles at the start of Sherlock Gnomes. Like Spider-Man Gnome Coming.
Oh my god.
I would have liked to see them try. I would have liked to see the combined effort of Marvel and Sony coming together to hit them with a cease and desist. Yeah, Yeah, okay, as far as I can tell, no word on a sequel to Sherlock Gnomes, so that's a little... So, oh right, Johnny Depp was Sherlock Gnomes.
Was he now?
Oh, God.
Anyways,
not important! Next week...
What do you mean they got Ozzy Osbourne for this?
Next week it's Y2K! End of the millennium, baby!
Yeah, for real.
I can't wait, especially because I forgot to bring my notebook to Moana 2, that's the worst part.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, no, I specifically told myself don't forget it, and then I forgot it. Oh well.
Oh well.
Anyways, regardless of whether or not the world ends on December 31st, 2024... This has been Under the Bridge with Cody, aka the Scarlet Troll.
And with Craig, aka Greg.
And we'll catch you all next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye!